Alright, welcome to video 2 of Rally X Versus, where we have slow motion gameplay because for some reason it's running really slow, specifically on this computer. Anyway, welcome back. We're here again, but this time with version 0.3 of Rally X Versus. The last video was like version 0.2.5, I guess, would be the best way to describe it. That was where the last video was. Nothing much has changed. However, I now have numbered this entry, and we will continue to number them from here. And if this is this is the second video, so you haven't missed anything. I just didn't make any videos about the previous versions because I originally didn't have plans to show this off, because it was originally just supposed to be me figuring out how to do controls and making some silly little two cars collide bumper car game. It was going to be very basic, but now it's evolved and is now Rally X Versus. So, what exactly does version 0.3 bring to the table? Well, diagonal sprites, or 45 degrees rotated sprites. It's all one sprite just being rotated with code. Here we have different sprites from the video because the shading and all, the way I wanted it, I had them flipping. Using code, I had them flipping with between the original image and a flipped image. They were two separate pictures, and it would not load properly. Sometimes it would take a second to flip show the flipped image. So yeah. Also, this graphic is new. It's the Rally X bang image. Also, the way I had the smoke clouds appearing in the video was actually wrong. I had to kind of rework them. So now it's kind of just works differently. It doesn't work differently, it works the same. They still show up. And they also have a little CSS animation that go with them. They like pulsate. But guess what else has a CSS animation? The collision! I got it to work. I was working on this in the last video. I figured out why this wasn't working and I fixed it. And that was the reason I had to rewrite how those spawned, was because it wasn't... it was the reason. So this works now. Yeah. That's pretty much what version 0.3 brings to the table. Yeah, I have plans now for version 0.4, which will be a new background, and because this gray background is getting a little bland, and the flags, of course. I'm going to make flags appear, and the two players will race to the flags, which is why both vehicles have their abilities. So yeah, red car, like in the last video, he has the space bar, which makes him faster, and the period key on the blue car spawns the smoke, or the dust. I don't really know what you would call that. It's a little bit too yellow to be called smoke, but I'm calling it smoke anyway. So yeah, version 4 will bring a new background, maybe some tweaks to the controls or whatever, some minor adjustments, and then the spawning of flags. I have plans for version 0.5, which will be adding a single player mode because, like the classic cool math game, Fireboy and Water Girl, we don't exactly always have a second person around with us. Please excuse my cat. Anyway, if you can hear him, that is. Where was I? My cat distracted me. Oh yeah, so 0.5 will add a single player mode where there will be, as of right now, the plan is 2 red cars. They won't exactly have the speed up ability, but they will just naturally be faster than you as the blue car. And that will be a challenge to figure out how to make them both kind of behave differently. but that's why it's version 0.5, and that is still a concept in my head. I'm going to start working on 0.4 the day after the recording of this video. Yeah, I've got a lot of free time right now, so this is taking my priority. This is taking the priority of what I'm doing with my life. So because I'm very proud of this build of the game, you can now download it. I'm not sure at the time of recording this how I'm going to do this. However, when the video is up, I'll have figured it out. There will be some form of download, some way that you can download this in the description with instructions on how to use it, because it's going to be a zip file you download. There will be instructions on how, for those of you who have never seen an HTML file before, don't worry. There will be instructions on how to use it and how to put it in your browser and be able to test the game. Although for some of you it may not be worth it because you've seen all there is to offer here. There is nothing. It's very simple, nothing crazy. But I'll let you download it and demo it nonetheless. So yeah, that's about it for this update. And I'll see you all in the version 0.4 update video.